a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. Focusing on the lives, experiences, and viewpoints of motherlode women, the show features a rotating cast of 4 women of all ages and from all walks of life. Quick, upbeat, and fast-paced with a variety of topics, this 1-hour show will be aired live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Tune in, it's Just Between Us.
Okay. Good morning and welcome to Just Between Us. I'm here with 3 lovely women today. I'm so excited. The lovely Helen is back. I'm Susie from Volcano and my buddy Diane is here.
I'm Diane from Pine Groovy.
I'm Helen from Jackson.
And I'm Martha from Ione, Jackson.
My 3 lovely friends.
Anybody wants to take me?
I missed you guys so much. I really did.
I missed you too.
Anyway, ladies, let's start on our
you're going to read?
Helen, you're going to read today?
I'm going to read and you're going to throw dice,
yes.
right?
Go ahead and pick a couple of them.
Okay, let's see.
What have we got?
Okay, a couple of them.
Yes, please.
Okay,
and then read me the first topic.
First topic is free-for-all.
And then,
And the other one is button it up. Whoa, I don't know which way they mean that.
Oh, yeah. And Helen, what is our question, love?
Okay, it is hard for you. Is it hard for you not to make a comment when you know you shouldn't say a word?
That is probably one of the stupidest questions to ask a woman I have ever heard in my life. But we're going to, and Austin is agreeing. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back to Just Between Us. And Helen, our first topic is?
Button it up.
Button it up.
Is it hard for you not make a comment when you know you shouldn't say a word?
You know,
boy,
there's a saying in Spanish, calladita te miras más bonita. That means when you keep your mouth shut, you look more beautiful.
That is so old-fashioned.
Yeah.
It's all about looking beautiful.
I think it depends.
Well,
I think it depends on the age of the woman, too.
It depends on what the situation is.
Right.
You know, because if it's something that I believe, trust me, I am going to speak up about it.
I think we got that
Yes.
impression, Martha.
But
Really,
you know,
Martha?
Don't hold back, Martha. Get right out there.
Yeah, you're so shy.
But you know, it is. Today, like in the 70s, you know, when I came to this country, women were just starting to bloom,
Just
you know.
starting.
Yeah.
There were bras out on the street.
Yeah, but you know,
Where women just went, I'm free.
But you're talking about when women were taught to be seen and not heard,
And subservient.
But you know what?
The hippie era.
That's right. It never ceases to amaze me that when I see people open their mouths and say something and it is hurtful,
Very. Yes.
and then they stand back with mud on their face, and it's just,
Some
it's
people
like
don't care.
they don't think
Some people don't
before
care.
they open up their
They
mouths.
want to hurt. That's the problem. Some
Why?
people want to, because it gets them attention.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, there has been times I have to
That's not
say,
the freedom that we
No.
right,
wanted back
no.
then.
This is one thing that I have learned through time, because I have said things that hurt people before,
But
and
not
then
on
I caught
purpose.
myself,
Right.
and I was like, I am so sorry, I didn't mean to say it
Sure.
that way.
That way.
Because with my English, as a second language, sometimes the meaning on one thing is
Right.
different in Spanish.
You and I
know?
were both raised in a bilingual home, okay? So sometimes when we interpret things in one language, we think it's okay, but when it comes out in English, it takes on a different flavor. And so,
Yeah, see?
and so we have
Big
to,
time.
yeah, just one or two words. But I think that when we speak out, it's like Helen said, we've evolved it depends on the maturity of the woman. It depends on who you're speaking to. It depends on what you're saying. I mean, there are so many elements of thinking before you say things. Do I insert foot in mouth? Oh, yeah.
Helen, I'm going to
Or
say
is it going to be helpful
I'm
or
going to say
hurtful?
something that's not very nice. Isn't that a good excuse?
Okay, then I'll leave.
No, I just
Go ahead.
It's almost like, well, I mean, you know, they're using the language as
Yes.
an excuse, so you know.
Yeah, or how
I just
about I'm going to share a negative with you? Isn't that a good
There
one?
you go.
my mother
Wow.
and my grandmother used to say, if you can't say something nice, then don't say it at all. Now that's an old cliche.
Well,
Now
my
today,
mother did too,
now
and that's
today,
why she was
if
so
you can't
quiet.
say something nice, please tell us. I want to hear all of this.
But you know what? I tend to try to stop and think before I open it up and give somebody an opinion, because I just think it's not very nice to try to hurt somebody.
I also
Not
think
intentionally.
that it
Yeah.
depends
But you're not
on
like that.
how educated and where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how you were raised. Did you,
Right.
you know, were you educated in any way, shape, or form? You know, I learn from all of you guys, so I am you.
Her too.
Sweet Jesus.
Why was that
what have I done?
What was that sucking up, huh?
No, don't blame me. Baloney.
I
You're
wish
not
my
going to blame me.
Spanish was
You can
better.
have my
Would you give
house,
me a
my
little
car.
overview?
I
Why?
learn from every person that I learn, and then I try to take the best that I see out of this person. And that's who I have become in my life. You know, I try to learn the best things from each person.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
And, you know, when I came to this country, believe it or not, I was shy. I was very quiet because I didn't speak English.
For sure.
I would have
But,
liked to have
you know,
seen that.
And then she learned.
And then I learned
That was it.
You know,
Look out, world.
over.
There you go.
But I love it. I love it. I love being me. You know, I try to be.
You
know,
love being mean?
Yeah, me.
Oh, me. I thought you
Yeah,
said
but you know what?
little projection going
but
on
the
there.
thing is that people don't want you to change. They don't want you to project anything else
You know,
but what you are.
sometimes I think, why can't we be like, you know, the Kennedy family? You know, so proper, so this. I said, did they ever had any fun? You know.
John did.
Yeah, he did.
Ask John.
John
Yeah,
had a lot
yeah.
of fun.
No, but I'm talking about like.
Ask Marilyn Monroe.
Bobby didn't do that.
Or did
I would have loved to have
Mr.
been there,
Kennedy
fly
Sr.
on the
there?
wall.
You know, the thing is that it's cute because we do look into other people's lives. We think, wow, I wish I could be more like that person. And you know what? In essence, in wrapping it up, just be yourself and
Your best self.
be your best friend, be your worst critic, but love yourself and don't change. Helen, we're going to do our first free for all, my love. And what do you want to talk about?
I forgot.
The woman's.
I wanted to talk about
The woman's.
Memories. Memories.
I wanted to talk about how much have we changed, we women, since the 70s and the big women's movement, and how are women different, and especially the younger women. I love talking about that because I see huge changes, and most of them good.
I'll tell you the bat. You know, burn the bra, the whole thing. Yeah. Now they're like slinkies. Now you have to go search and get that bra back.
What's a bra?
Yeah. Oh, please. But the thing is, I think the one thing that people have to learn about women and the movement, because some of the stuff I was not comfortable with.
No, of course not. There were really two divisions.
But one of the most important things I think that women taught not only other women, but men, is that women can have fun, women can work hard, and we can multitask. We can raise children, we can be a good wife, we can work, we can, whatever the task and whatever the challenge, women can do it. But I think the most important thing that a lot of women forgot during the movement, to be heard, is to listen. And I think that some of the women out there were so busy, blah, 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 and this and this and this, they ruined a lot of it because they didn't listen to what they were saying.
They didn't listen to other women.
Right.
Women who saw it differently.
Some of them didn't
I
speak for me,
agree.
Helen. They did not speak for
There
me.
was a big split in the movement
Absolutely.
back then. There were the ones like Gloria Steinem who said, listen, men are not our enemy. You know, we need to find language that doesn't divide us. And then there were the real hardcore ones that, by God, you guys, you know.
But I have seen the difference from just when I came 42, 43 years ago to now.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally
Huge.
different.
Huge.
I mean, we are more equal to, in
We're
pay.
getting there.
We're
not there yet.
No, but we are more equal.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
women
better.
can be police women, or a sheriff, or you can be,
It's no more, I
anything.
want to be a nurse. It's, I want to be a doctor.
That's right.
and
they
that's the way
are.
it should be.
And
I
they
am
are.
so proud that one of my granddaughters is
Going to be a CHP
going to be a
officer.
CHP. I have one of my nieces, she was a police person in Compton for 5 years, and now she's a detective for the LA department.
Yeah,
So
great lady.
it's like, oh my God, I'm starting
And
to see
there's
it in my generation.
There's a
you know.
woman CEO in Silicon Valley now who makes more than almost any other CEO, and she's beautiful, and she's raising 2 kids.
And we have women congresswomen. We have women senators. We have women governors of states. So I think that the thing is, if you don't use being a woman as a crutch, you can do a lot.
can do
Doors open, and I think that men were a lot more receptive than a lot of women were. Or some of the women were trying to make them not look receptive to a lot of women. But I think a lot of men enjoyed working with a lot of the women.
You know, I'd like to say for myself that the last 15 years that I worked in dentistry, I went in and I negotiated my own salary.
Yeah.
Right on.
I didn't let him
You
tell
bet.
me what he was going to pay me. I went in there and I said, this is my resume, this is what I've got, this is what I'll do
And
for
I'm
you.
proud to say I have a woman dentist and a woman doctor.
Good for
and
you.
I'm,
I have
a woman doctor.
and I'll tell you what, and I'm going to have a woman attorney because I have faith in these 3 women like crazy, and I really enjoy them. Did I pick them because they were women? Absolutely not. I picked them because on their merit and because they're great ladies and they understand a woman, and whatever. But I think that, like you said, Helen, we have made great strides. But I think that if anybody's going to ruin it for women, it's going to be women. And I think that we have to learn. We've made great strides, and not that we didn't deserve them or earn them, because we have. But we
We
also
earned them.
have to.
We
We also
earned
have
them.
to remember that to be equal, you have to treat other people equal.
I think it's easier. The Dalai Lama actually said, what was it, a few months ago, and here's, the Eastern world, and he actually said that we have to have more women in leadership because we need more empathy in leadership. When we're talking about world affairs, we need more empathy, and women tend to be more empathic.
Well, look at Gandhi
than
and Margaret
Wow.
Thatcher.
I want to say
Okay.
something before our time
That's
is
right.
Go
up.
ahead, dear.
I want to say something. They think that we women cannot rule. I find it that women, because, she's going to cry and she's her
So?
emotions and this and
That's
that.
good.
But you know what? Just in my own little business, I can get emotional, get it over with, and make my decisions.
There's
That's
nothing
right.
wrong with being emotional.
I just have the highest respect for myself that way.
You should.
Because I think, wow, how can I do that?
Right.
Yeah.
We need to pick 2 new topics, and not only that,
Okay.
it's like you put a woman in office, and you let somebody like Kim Jong Yuck, whatever his name is, over there, say, "I'm going to blow the United States. I'm going to send nukes over there." A lot of women would say, "Bring it
Being
on."
intimidated.
Yeah.
Because
Pick
it's-
another one.
Don't mess with
Pick
the
another
U.S.
That's right.
Probably the.
That's
All right,
right.
ready?
Another free
Okay,
for all.
Another
she's
free
got
for
it.
all and another
Okay.
topic.
And what's the first topic, Helen?
And the other topic is feeling intimidated. Do you believe...
Number 5.
Number 5. Do you believe that most bullies are not secure and have self-esteem and possibly are just jealous of others? So we're going to talk about bullying, you
Okay,
guys.
and then we have another free for all, which Diane and Martha, you're gonna take over. We're gonna take a short
Okay.
break. We'll be right back.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage.
There's a place where real flavor lives. And at Round Table, we've captured it all in our new West Coast Combo Pizza with flavors as vast as the West Coast itself. With the freshest veggies, dough we make fresh daily, 3 different meat toppings, pepperoni, sausage, and chicken together, with fresh mozzarella and basil and a bold balsamic glaze. All for just $16.99 for a large, including online. So for pizza with a West Coast flair, come to where real flavor lives. Round Table, the last honest pizza.
American Legion Ambulance Service has served Amador County since 1929. We have been selling ambulance tickets for 60 years. If the program didn't have value, we would have discontinued it years ago. Reimbursement or payer sources, including Medicare, have fallen far behind actual costs. This program is a necessity for seniors on Medicare and people with pre-existing medical conditions. Ambulance tickets are on sale all year long at the Legion Hall, Highway 49, Sutter Hill. Or please refer to our ad in the Amador Ledger-Dispatch for a location near you. Thank you.
For a limited time, save up to $500 on all Jotul wood stoves and wood inserts during the tax credit enhancement sale going on now at Sierra Hearth and Home in Jackson.
Just Between Us.
I love me.
Welcome back to AM. No, where are we? Just Between Us. I got sidetracked.
Oh my goodness.
Shame on the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
It's all my
Caught us.
fault.
No, it's not. I'm just
Caught
joking.
on camera being
Okay.
ourselves.
Helen, our next topic.
Is
Oh, did you read it?
About the bullying.
wrong one.
It was about the bullying.
No.
Helen.
Helen.
I
Yep.
lost
What
it. I
did
really
you
did. I
find?
lost our topic.
Maybe it's over
Sorry.
here, honey. It's about the bullying. Do bullies?
Number 5. It was number 5.
Oh, that's what's wrong. It was number 5. Do you feel that some
Do you-
bullies are that way because they're really insecure in themselves, and sometimes they're just jealous of others?
Wow,
And have
photographic
and have
memory.
self-esteem and possibility
Just jealous
jealous
of
of others. And I do believe that.
I do too.
I cannot believe that I asked my granddaughter when she was 7 years old, I said, "So how's it going at school?" She said, "It's fine." I said, "Do you ever have anybody kind of pick on you?" She says, "Yes, there's a few girls." Gangs of girls at 7 years old? I was appalled. I said, "So what's going on?" Real calm, I was real calm. She says, "Well, there's these girls, and they like each other a lot. And if you don't have the right thing on, or you don't look really cute, or your hair isn't done real well, they start doing this and push you
How stupid.
and
Kids are.
and kick you." And I said,
Kick you?
"What?" I said, "What is going on?" I said, "You're only 7 years old, Raquel." "Well, Noni," she calls me Noni. That's Italian.
I'm
for-
Noni, too.
Yeah, Noni. That's what they do.
Because they
and
can.
I said, "Show me a picture of your class." So she showed me. I said, "Which girls is it?" "This one, this one, this one, this." There was about 7 of them. I said to my daughter, "What is going on? I've never heard of bullying going on at 7 years old." "Oh, yeah."
Oh, yes.
And the
That's
mothers
terrible.
are promoting this.
Well, there was
which
just
is
there was
The
just
mothers
another
are
one.
what?
promoting this.
There was just another one I saw yesterday on TV where a mother was encouraging her daughter to fight another girl. Of course,
Oh, my
she
God.
got in trouble. No, a fist fight. I mean, these kids were duking it out. I don't get it.
I don't either.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If some of those kids did that to my granddaughter, the way she swings a bat, I feel sorry for her. She'll take half
in
their,
trouble.
She'll take half their teeth out, and she's a very feminine.
We're
looking-
talking about baseball, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy,
Okay.
she'll
Well,
take
my
a-
granddaughter is now playing baseball
Atta
too,
girl.
so I'm
Good.
going to tell her to swing a
Good.
bat just
Hey.
like you said.
You
But
know,
I
do
don't
that
understand.
roundhouse.
Something's going on now, I think, that wasn't when I was young, because we didn't have that.
No.
So what is different now that's creating this? What's
Well,
going on?
Helen, I don't know, because where I went to junior high and high school, we did have girl gangs and stuff. As old as I am, we had those going on. I think a lot of times what happens is that you get a lot of different kids coming from different walks of life and social caste and this and that, and they're not mature enough to accept people on their own merit. And remember, well, if she likes you and she likes you, then I gotta like you. You know, it's one of, because I don't want to look like an outcast. But I think that the worst thing, I mean, kids, you know, there's going to be a little bit of this coming up. But when you have adult women doing it, I'm not talking about men, adult women,
doing it.
it makes you kind of stop and think, what the heck's going on?
Do you know what happens? My granddaughter is being cyberbullying right now, okay?
Really?
That's
We
the
have an
worst
investigator going on right now.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
is
See, I find that dangerous.
And the things that they say are so mean.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
like, why don't you kill yourself? You would do us all a favor. She's 12
Martha,
years old.
are you
No, I'm
serious?
serious. Why do you think we have an investigator? Yes, ma'am.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
we don't know if we can find out exactly
And that can go
where
out
the person
to hundreds
is.
of people.
Yes, but there's ways to
Oh,
find.
absolutely.
You have to go to court. You have to get in order to send it to
Search?
to search, and
And you've done this.
oh yes, they're doing it right now.
Well, you know, there's something wrong in that household. Whoever
Yes.
that kid is,
Yes.
there is
Maybe it's an
something
adult.
seriously
it could
wrong.
be an adult.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
could
my
be
God.
all
Could be
all the
anybody.
way on the other side of the world.
Absolutely.
You know, it could be anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Is there any way that she can block that from coming in?
She already
Oh, okay.
turned it off. She
Okay.
turned it off.
Oh, my
It's-
goodness.
It was on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And,
See, I don't know.
And
anything
well,
about
there's
those.
so many programs,
Right,
you know.
right.
And why do they pick on one person? You know, I don't know. Maybe because she's good at what she does, or
Yeah.
because she's,
Jealousy.
you know, because
Yeah.
she gets good grades, or
Yeah.
because
Or
she's
somebody she doesn't even
red-headed,
know.
or because
Yeah.
she has freckles, whatever, you know. But we're gonna fix it.
Okay. Our next free-for-all, Martha and Diane.
Oh my goodness,
Go.
it's you and I, Martha.
You, Diane, you say it.
Well, I'm about in Helen's shoes right now. Where were we going to go with this?
We were going to go
Oh.
to, does the candle burn the
Does
same
the
way
can-
twice?
yes.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Sorry, I lost it for a
That's
minute.
all
I just
right.
can't believe this, what you just said. Yes, when you're in a relationship with somebody, am I going in the right area?
Right.
Yes, correct.
And you
Right,
have
but-
a falling out and you're okay with it, and then all of a sudden a day or two goes by and you're lonely for that person, or you're having second thoughts. Then that person is having second thoughts too. Am I on the right track?
You're on the right track.
Okay, so then that person either telephones you or runs into you, and you're
Try to
going to try
rekindle.
to get, I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Yeah.
Wrong answer.
I hate to admit, but after I was divorced, I had 3 different relationships, one at a time, that were all the same kind of relationship. And I was attracting
That type of
the
person.
3 men that I was attracting wanted to control me. And it's not that I'm not controllable, but I didn't want to be controlled 24/7. And this is, you know, where were you? You're 5 minutes late. Well, I'm sorry.
no.
That doesn't work
You
for
know,
me.
with the relationship that I had, I haven't had too many relationships in my life with men, but the last one that I had was, I thought I was going to be happy forever.
Forever.
I thought it was going to be
Well, you had quite a few
la, la,
years,
la,
though,
la,
too.
la. Yeah.
Right? It was a
And-
lot of years.
But you know, you work through all these problems, and you work and you work and you work towards making a better life for yourself, for both of you, because that's what life is supposed to be, to make it good for both of you, not just for one person.
Right.
And you know, and finally, I you know, it wasn't abuse, not mental abuse, but it was just
Emotionally.
emotionally, you know, where
Right.
every day.
And it
you
wasn't
just-
physical.
No.
We want to get that
yeah,
straight.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, it was
Oh, are you
emotional.
kidding me?
I know.
Martha
I just
Perez?
wanted to make that perfectly
No,
clear.
honey, that would be the last day in earth for that person.
But
Let's think about this, Diane.
it was a long
There's no
time.
more estrogen, and you have access to sharp objects and a gun. You think
Right.
somebody's going to physically
No,
take
but I
this
mean,
on.
how do
Ain't gonna
women,
happen.
you know, all of us go through these emotions. All of
Sure.
us have relationships with
Exactly.
with different people, and then you learn which one is the one that I'm supposed to, you know, hold on and work with it. You know, I did. I found this person, and I work with it. Because relationships are not about like,
But-
you know, I'm going to be happy ever after.
Let me throw something out to you ladies. We're talking about the other person, like you, with the controlling and you working hard and spoiling and whatever. In a relationship, it's two people. Do you stop and really think, what have I either contributed or what have I done that I am bringing these people into my life?
Mm-hmm.
No, because if you don't like yourself enough at the time,
Low self-esteem.
it's low self-esteem. If you don't like yourself enough, you're not. That's not where you're going to go.
So you're thinking, I don't deserve the cream of the crop, I deserve the cream of the crap.
Exactly. And then when you figure that out, well, like for me, now I'm not very proud of this, but for me, 3 in a row, and there were one right after another, and
But you learned.
they were several years in a row.
That tells
Wow.
you something.
That's sad.
I had to look at me and say,
What am
you
I
know,
doing?
Oh,
no,
I like this.
No, I had to. It was very brave of me, but I went. You know what?
So proud
I
of you.
keep attracting the same kind of man.
So what did you do?
So I said, it's not all their fault. Why am I attracting these men?
I love
So
that.
I took
I love
myself to free counseling. I found some
Right
free
on.
counseling, and I took myself, and it took me a year and a half, and the light went on, and I went, oh my God, that's
See?
me.
I
We
love
got to
that.
take our last two topics. And Helen,
I love
I
that.
bet you
I have no idea.
mumble
what it is.
jumbled all
Okay,
those up.
they got mixed
See?
up. I think it's
We're
this
just having
one's.
just too much
Okay, too
fun.
much fun. Okay, pick up a topic.
All right, go
Pick up
for
a-
it, Helen. Let's see what we
And
got.
what's the first
Our
topic?
military.
Number 4.
Number 4. There are some who feel we should scale down our military. Do you feel this is wise, or do we need a strong military presence? So I'm happy to
Okay,
talk about
next
that
topic. Next topic,
one. Next topic.
please.
Okay,
Could be.
go ahead.
Go
It's
to-
fashion statement.
Okay, number 6.
Number 5?
Six.
6. Do you see your own fashion mistakes? Whoops. No.
Get out of that
Not
camo gear.
always.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. Now back to Just Between Us.
We are back. Welcome back. I'm Susie from Volcano.
I'm Diane from Pine Groovy.
I'm Helen
That's
from
cute.
Jackson.
And I'm Martha from Ione in Jackson.
Okay, take it away, Helen.
Take it away. Do you, there are some who feel we should scale down our military. This is getting serious, women. Do you feel this is wise, or do we need a strong military presence?
Personally, I know that we need to protect ourselves. And I think that protecting the United States is very important. I was watching a program on Channel 6 the other day about when they started with the atomic bombs. And oh my God, that is very, very interesting to hear all this history. You know, I wasn't raised here, so I never went to school in the United States, but I tried to educate myself by watching programs where, you know, documentaries where they tell you all about it. And I was watching that program and I thought, we need to protect ourselves big time. Big
Well,
time.
am I correct in with Kim Jong Yuck over there, the mentally ill son? Am I correct that he made an overt statement of I'm going to nuke the United States and whatever, well, with his 1 or 2 nukes, whatever he's got. Okay, basically that is, he is declaring that he wants to wipe us out. Did I hear correctly that because we have cut back so much, and we've taken, well, this happened during the Clinton era, on the West Coast, like Washington, Oregon, all of that area, we have kind of taken all of our military, a lot of our arms and things out of there. Now they're thinking about it's going to take us until 2014. They're thinking we should put them back, even though this man may be just making talk and trying to make himself look grandiose, that maybe we are dumbing down a little bit too much, and we should think about protecting the United States more. I don't know if these people are making a statement because they want to look grandiose, or are we really under a threat?
I remember too well what Eisenhower warned us of years and years and years ago, and here he was a general. He knew what he was talking about before he became president, and he said, look out for the military-industrial complex. And what he meant by that is, of course, we will always need to protect ourselves. Of course, it would be stupid not to. But we don't need what we're doing now, which is half of our budget goes to, of everything we do goes to military. We don't, that's all about money. That's all about the big companies making money, and they love it when we keep going, oh, let's go to war here, let's go to war there. They love it. They make a lot of money. It's an old story.
That's right.
So it's all about balance. How much of that do you need? And how much of it is just people making a lot of money off of war?
Okay, what about this, Helen? They're spending 1-point-something million in studying how to have elephants and man relate to it, 3-point-something million to have learn man and elephants to live together. They're also spending almost $1 million studying the genitalia of ducks.
Now that I would want to know why.
Obviously, we know they have genitalia. So you lift up the feathers, you look, you put them down and say, okay.
Are you lying to me?
No, I am not. And there's also a study, which I find
it doesn't
totally
seem
It's so ridiculous.
There's also money allotted out there, which I find offensive, to find out why women who are lesbian are heavier than women that are straight. Go to Walmart and tell me that you've got straight women there.
Where did you get this information?
Trust me. It is called government waste, and it is money that is allotted for, our government allots for these studies. You know, they have $500 hammers and $200 toilet seats. Excuse me, we don't need to be spending that money for that. We need to cut down.
My thing is that you know, I see things different. And maybe it is horrible that we are spending so much money in our military, and that there are probably ways to cut down. But if one of my children is fighting, I want to make sure he's going to have everything he needs to protect himself.
Exactly.
You know, so what gives the right to somebody to tell me that my son shouldn't be protected, or my daughter?
Absolutely.
You know, so that's where I come from,
Well,
as a mother.
It's so idiotic,
Okay,
though.
let me ask you this. My question is this, and it's a question, it's not a statement. Why is it all of a sudden people are anti-military and protecting?
Right.
Why is this is on everybody's mind? I mean, grant you, Helen, you're correct. We do spend a vast amount. It's like people make statements. Well, we've got people over in South Korea. We've got people over in Japan, whatever. Excuse me, it's called treaties. And that was something that we were bound to do. The Japanese can't defend and do certain things. Neither can the South Koreans. We're there. We're in Germany because of treaties. So we need to understand there are certain things.
There's reasons
Okay,
why.
but they
need to
are
change.
waiting for the opportunity for us to let our guard down, and then they're going to mow us down.
Right. We need to move on, unfortunately.
Okay.
We'll have to
In the
use that
next-
as
in the
a
next
free-for-all
topic.
sometime.
Are you going to toss that dice
No,
again?
you already got it.
Do you see your own fashion mistakes?
Oh, yes.
I don't see any.
Yes.
You know, this is one thing that I love every morning. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to wear.
Oh, you're lucky.
I got my uniform for work.
That's right.
You know, Fridays is the day that I, you know.
And your boss tells you.
Do you know how many
when to wear
times? Yeah, me. You know how many times I changed this morning? 3 times.
Really?
Because, okay, this doesn't look good. Oh my God, this doesn't look good. Oh my God. you
You've
know,
never
it's
come
like-
on the show and not look
But
good.
there's mornings where you just go like, oh my God, it look like a
If you see me around the house, I'm all the don'ts. The one thing I do say that I would, when I step out and I go out, my hair is reasonably combed and I have my makeup on and I wear, you know, even if it's casual, I try. I think that still we put too much emphasis on people's appearance. And I don't think it's that necessary.
I
But
don't like
there are
to
some people that
overdo
need
it.
to look in the mirror.
I
Susie-
don't like to overdo it because sometimes people overdo it.
Yeah.
Like putting makeup all over your face that is like red and black
You know,
and
when I talk to a person like that,
It's like
I want to
like
see
a
their
little
face.
clown.
Sometimes there are people who work in banks or whatever, and I feel like I'm talking to a mask.
Yes,
Instead
yes.
of a person.
But you know, I'm not saying that that's bad because everybody's different. They're free to do whatever they
Yeah.
want. But always remember, you know, I always look at myself and think somebody's going to look at me. And if I don't like what I see, how do I expect somebody else to
Miss
like
Fashion
it?
Steak
You know?
Oh,
here, she
wait a
has-
minute.
She knows how to dress and she knows how. You're like I am. When we go out, we want to look halfway decent.
I love the
Halfway,
internet.
you guys
I
go
love
all
the
the way.
internet for a lot of reasons, and I hate the internet for a lot of reasons. But I want to tell you, we get these pictures from a local store in our area. Am I able to say that?
The people from Walmart, are you
Yes.
what you're talking about?
Am I able to
Sure,
say
why
that?
not? What the
Okay.
heck?
I have been over there, and I want to tell you, there are people that walk out of their house in their pajamas and go over there.
All
No,
the time.
that's true. I've
We
seen
were
people
over
shop
there.
in slippers and those flannel.
I have a great husband, and I don't, you know, he's just the greatest man I could have ever. Oh, don't.
Finally
He's-
got
he's
it right.
Yeah, and what we were leaving, I call it Wally World. We were leaving Walmart, and it was after Christmas, and he turned around and he said, "Honey, I can't believe it. You were the best looking person in that whole store." And I said, "Come on, are you pulling
Oh,
my
I'm
leg?"
sure it was
No, wait a minute,
true.
wait a minute. But there were people in there with slippers on, with pajama bottoms
No, I've
on.
seen it.
What the heck is going on?
We
Do
have
women
lots.
not look in the mirror before they go out
Or
of
men.
the house?
Or men.
and there's some men.
Or
Well,
men.
there are some men.
Yes.
And the bend over pictures
Oh, gosh,
that I have
those were
seen on the
awful.
internet, and these have to be from back east.
You know, and
I don't know.
I don't know.
You know,
I
Susie,
don't know.
Yeah.
and Diane
And Helen.
and Helen, I remember in the 70s, in late 70s, when we used to go to the shows in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
You know, where
You
you
dressed
sit
to the
down,
Oh, yeah,
had a
you
nice
dressed to the
dinner,
nines.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
you were able to dress up like a
Absolutely.
queen, you know. It was so beautiful. I loved that era. And now you go and it's like,
Oh, it's
You
awful.
Go in
Coffee.
jeans,
Yeah.
and your jeans can have big tears
Oh,
in them
yes.
and everything. But talk
Oh, I
about
have a pair of
fashion
those.
statements. That's not for people over 20.
Right. I have a
you
pair
know,
that I
I
have
just
that
think,
ripped, and I love them. They're
what
so
happened?
comfortable.
Where
Sit and
did
wear.
our styles change in our pride?
But yes,
Our
but where
pride.
is the conscience of somebody that doesn't look at themselves before they walk out and go, well, this isn't going to work?
Because they
You know,
obviously
what the
don't
heck is
care.
that?
They don't care.
No,
I
I,
mean,
think
you
that
can't.
sometimes people don't have the common sense to see the difference. They were raised, you know, just where you go to school, whatever you want, you know, just whatever. When my kids had their clothes out
Yeah.
every night
Yeah.
Yes.
before they
Oh,
went to
yeah.
school, their shoes, their
Do you
socks,
think
their
too? Do you think? I think with today, and using Walmart, you can go in Walmart, and I know in the men's section they have the just little
Giving
colored
Walmart a lot of time.
colored tee. Yeah.
Free ad.
Yeah, or you know, in other spots. But we're talking about people that perhaps can't afford spending $25 for a tee or whatever. They've got colored T-shirts in Walmart that in the men's section, small, medium, large, extra large, on up, that $6-7. Now,
Yeah, oh,
women
yeah.
can wear them. They're universal. Instead of, if you're a size extra large and you're still wearing a medium, you could go there and buy an extra large and change things around. We're going to take a short break and be right back. But that
Just Between Us, a spontaneous, intuitive live television show with topics that are intended to inspire, delight, educate, and encourage. And now back to Just Between Us.
Learning
welcome
things.
back. Ready for the hot topic, girls?
Sure.
We are.
Do you think that the post office should continue offering Saturday delivery? You know that there's talk about cutting back. Well, there was talk that they were going to discontinue just packages on Saturday, not the U.S. mail, which would save a lot of money for the government. I also heard that they were going to go in and open up their own clothing line, like the jackets and the pants. They were going to use
Clothing
that
line?
material that we have the uniforms out of for postal people. They were going to start making clothes that you can purchase from the post office because the clothes are so they're tough and durable. And that, but anyway, do you think? When I grew up where there was no Saturday service. It was Monday through Friday, and they said it would save, millions of dollars for the government. Do you think it's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea.
I do too.
And one reason I think so is because little by little we're going to have to phase out the post office as we know it today anyway.
Right,
That's so
because of
sad.
the internet.
That's so sad.
Because the
Because
internet.
I love getting your little cards in the
Mail.
mail, or somebody sending me
Yeah.
something that makes me feel good that they're thinking about me.
I don't think it's going to be in our time,
know?
but the next
Busy
couple
now.
generations are going to say, remember
Yeah.
when Noni got mail at her house?
Yeah.
It's like, the Pony
Yeah.
Express or something.
And you can get those wonderful things online. You can get
It's
these
not the
cute
same.
little
No, it's not the
cards
same.
It's
online.
not
We've
the
lost the
same.
art of doing a personal touch
Yes.
by writing something in a little note or a letter or a wedding
Do you know why,
invitation and
Susie?
things like that.
And it is gone.
Everything-
It's gone.
It's so busy now.
Yeah.
Life demands so much of us now. And before I used to work hard and I used to make plenty of money. Now I'm working like 3 times harder and making 3 times or 50% less than what I was making
Sure.
before. And so your life is like from 6 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. Busy, 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 busy,
And
busy,
Martha,
busy,
I
busy.
hate to tell you this, but those nice little cards that you love to get in the mail that are handwritten and little notes, they're not teaching penmanship in school anymore.
I know.
You won't get those nice little cards.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
And then also by doing
When did that happen?
the invite,
Very recently.
doing the invite on the computer, then you have people that work for greeting cards company that they're suffering. The post office is. We have every action that we do. When we're modernizing a lot of things, there's a reaction
price to pay.
and a price to pay. And the thing is that I think Monday through Friday is good. The people that do just the weekends, perhaps they can utilize maybe some of them elsewhere, or like you said before, Helen. Unfortunately, we're going to take hits in places we don't want to.
That's right.
And it's the sign of times,
So
what can
it
we
is.
do?
I was in the post office a couple weeks ago, and the little girl was out there, and she was doing something, and the guy had a line of people, and I was in the line. And she said, I would help you, Diane, but I'm really off right now. And she says, the U.S. Post Office has cut my hours. So she's part-time anyway, but they cut her hours. I said, it's no problem. That's all right. I'll just wait in line. And she says, but she was angry, really angry.
That they cut her hours?
Yeah, they cut her hours. So then her salary is being cut back, and that's why she can't go to your restaurant,
Yeah.
or she can't do this anymore or that anymore. And, it's just a vicious
It
circle.
is.
Now,
It
I don't
is.
care about Saturday mail.
I don't either.
If they got to cut back the Saturday mail, but don't cut back those hours during the week for that one person or 2 people. Let them work the 8 hours.
Don't we wish we could have a say?
Yeah.
don't you wish we could do?
Well, they try to give
you
us
know,
a say, but not really.
I always say in the government, you know, they say that we are the government. Since when?
Yeah, no.
Give me a break.
No, we're
because
not.
my voice, and I go to the Capitol and I speak for different things, you know.
for you.
But I have not been able to come up with something that is like, you know, at least I go and I have my voice heard.
Yeah, which I
You know,
commend you for.
because it takes a whole day out of my life to give.
But don't you feel good being able to go down
It
there?
feels great to be able to not just, you know, complain about
Are
it.
you doing that in Spanish and in English?
No, English only, because I want them to understand.
I'm just teasing you.
I could
just-
say something in
Wow.
Spanish.
Yeah, no, Chum, a good one in Spanish. I'd like to hear that.
I want to say hello
Yeah,
to
please
my
do.
girlfriend. My girlfriend Teresa. She is watching on her
Computer.
computer this
Wonderful.
morning.
And where is she?
Hello, Teresa.
She's in Pioneer.
Oh, hi. Good
Yes.
morning, Teresa.
Good
It's
morning.
Nice,
Teresa
it's nice
Munson.
to have you with us this morning. Well, ladies, we have to take a short break, and we're going to come back and wrap it up. It was so good to see you and Helen again.
You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN.
And now back to Just Between Us.
Welcome back. If you want to get a hold of us, we're at 223-4877, or you can fax us at 223-4866, or you can email us at bookme@tspntv.com. So there.
So there.
Boy, good job.
I was mimicking you.
Were you?
Yes.
That's good. Hey, you ain't the first, Tootsie. You ain't going to be the last. After the show, I understand there's a lot of mimicking going on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Helen, my love, how's the book?
Well, it's coming out next month. It's called Misdemeanors because it's
That's
about
so
the
cute.
70s, and there's lots of misdemeanors in it. And it's because it's the way it was. I was there.
All right.
Well, good
But you're
for
not doing
you.
anything, studying anything about how man relates to elephants or...
I'll let
I wanna-
somebody else do that.
I want to wish my granddaughter a lot of good luck for Monday. She's going through her test, the
God bless her.
cosmetology.
Good for
so
her.
Good.
she's been studying
Your
like
kids
crazy.
are just, they're
crazy,
just rolling
yeah.
along.
And so muchos besos to her. And the rest of my family,
Muchos
so
besos.
my grandkids.
Kisses.
Yeah,
Besitos.
muchos besitos.
Yeah.
She's teaching
Very
us.
good. Ladies, don't be strangers. Please come back. If Martha and I can stand each other for an hour every week.
Oh, my
you think,
goodness. You're
what
inviting
do they
us
talk
back?
about for an hour?
and-
An hour is not enough.
As long as they can listen. For an
Oh,
hour.
we can talk. We got to get more of those topics about men. You know, like we were talking about, you know, do I go back to this person? You know, what are my chances? And, you know, are we strong enough to know
Baby
within
steps.
ourselves, you know?
You have to take
Yeah.
You know,
baby
it
steps.
came out in one of the magazines last week that today's really like you, these women who are very, very capable of
Independent.
managing their
Yes.
lives and independent, and they're saying, I'm not particularly interested in getting married. I mean, some guys are just more trouble than they're worth.
But you know what? That's because you haven't found the right one, because there's nothing more fulfilling and warm than to share your life with someone.
I feel that
You
way
don't have
too.
to
You
get
have it.
married.
She
Yeah.
has
I
it. I
don't,
have
you
it.
know.
I just love my
know.
life with
We have
my
to get
husband. Yeah.
He's out there.
I'd never get married again. I
well, I
had
would.
the best.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get married
See, that's
again.
how I feel.
I'd go on a date and say, okay, now the date's over. Bye.
Have a great
Bye.
week. Adios.
Besitos.